Stealthy Crafter. I hope everyone is doing okay today. For myself, I am trying to calm down. I've had almost half I don't even remember. I had over half of the coffee in the coffee maker, so I'm feeling a little jittery right now. But I feel like I kind of need it because my kids, today was the first day of summer vacation, and they are still operating on school schedule. So I got clocks for my twins, and since they know how to read time, I'm like, when the little hand is on the 7, don't wake me up. Seriously, don't wake me up. Until it's after 7 o'clock, because they've been having a habit since they still work on school time, is on the weekends they will wake me up 6 o'clock, right on the dot. And I've been like, no, weekends are sleeping time. I don't want to wake up at 6 o'clock. And they're all ready to go at 6. So I knew that my twins were up at least because right at 7, my youngest daughter, she came in and was like, hey, mommy, time to get up. And I'm like, hey, go ahead and grab something to read or occupy yourself. Grab a snack. I'll be up in a little bit. I stayed in bed. I stayed in bed for like maybe another, I don't want to say 40 minutes. I wasn't really asleep. I was more like, I was awake, but, groaning about getting up because it's the first day of, summer vacation. And she came in a couple more times. I'm bored. Okay. Find something to entertain yourself. Can I get dressed? Yeah, go ahead and get dressed if you want. And then came in, talk about a thing. I don't really remember because I dozed off at that point. And then my son woke up about, oh gosh. My son woke up probably around 7, I want to say 7:20, which is a record for him because he's the one that usually wakes up my youngest daughter. And he was just all like, I'm bored, basically already in a bad mood. And I'm like, oh boy. And I got them ready to go downstairs. By that point, my oldest finally woke up around 8. She was like, hey, do I have to get dressed? I'm like, yeah, kind of do. She goes, I wanted it to be a pajama day. I'm like, too bad, can't be. Especially since today she has a doctor's appointment to go get her ingrown toenail removed. So I don't think she really wants to deal with that. So right now, everyone is upstairs in their rooms chilling after we had a very busy morning, and we had a kind of hectic, it's afternoon now. So we've already went through 3 fights, and I'm dreading to see if this is how summer's going to be, because I don't know if I can handle that. The twins at least are used to going outside every single day, and our house, as nice as it is, doesn't have much of a backyard. We don't have a fenced-in yard, so it's got a pretty severe dip on one side, and we get like coyotes and stuff like that come wandering around our backyard. I think one time my husband was walking in the kitchen and he heard a noise outside and flipped on the floodlights, and there was a coyote right there staring right back at him from the door, and he was like, all right, turned it off and walked away. So we went through a couple fights. The Younger two are definitely grumpy. I think because of them operating on their school time. So we told them to go upstairs to kind of chill and decompress because we can't keep this up. And the funny thing is, all three of them want to have a sleepover. So usually when we say sleepover, that means that they all group up in one of their rooms and all sleep on the floor. They get to stay up a little bit later than what they normally get to, and just be silly and whatnot. And they want to have a sleepover, and I'm like, I don't think a sleepover is in the works if you guys are going to keep acting like this. And you act like, you're all are getting onto each other's nerves. Why would you want to have a sleepover if you say that they're being annoying, because that's what my oldest was like, they're starting to annoy me, mommy. And I'm like, yeah, they can be, all of you can be. So we're working through that. And I'm also wanted to send them upstairs because, like I said earlier, was my oldest, she's getting her ingrown toenail removed because it's been bothering her. We had to put it off a few times already for various reasons. And well, the first time was because she freaked out, understandably. She had her ingrown toenail removed before, but she had a really bad experience. What happened was, the lady, as nice as she was, she had a really good bedside manner. She stuck multiple needles in my oldest's foot, like all around. This guy, terrible bad bedside manner, horrible. But he's going to only do it twice. And he is actually going to make sure the ingrown will not come back. My the other doctor, she was basically keep it, saying that it's because my kid has too tight shoes, which yes, it wasn't the case, but we were also, my daughter, she went through, I want to say, we bought her a new pair of shoes at the beginning of the school year. We bought her a new pair of shoes right around the time of her ingrown, because her ingrown happened, I want to say, October-ish. It's between October-ish to November, so not very long from the first day of school. From that, it's like first day of school was like almost right at September. So we had to buy her a new pair of shoes around that time, and we also had to buy another pair of shoes sometime in February, and then we bought her another pair of shoes about a month or so ago. So she's gone through a couple of foot sizes. None of these shoes have worn down, because one thing's for certain, when I grew up on $10 tennis shoes, which, not saying that it's a bad thing, but and when my kids were younger with their shoes and we didn't walk around as much, I bought the cheaper shoes. But now that they're in school, they're running, they're being abusive on their feet, I want them to have a decent size, middle of the road. So I splurge minuscule amounts. And it was a pain constantly sending out money to buy new shoes, to only turn around and do that again. And the worst part was, it wasn't even the shoes too. She went through her clothes. She started out a size 8 at the beginning of the school year. We're now in size 12 to 14s. Like, she shot up. She's going to be a giant like her daddy. I'm going to be this old woman that's tiny and short because that's my parents' genes. They gave me the short genes, and I have a couple of tall relatives, but I'm not gonna I don't live that tall life. My husband's 6'9". His mom's like 6'2", 6'1". So you can see that, well, you can tell that my kids are gonna be tall. Sorry about that. My I'm going to get used to recording with my phone, I swear. I've been trying to change settings and it keeps cutting out either at 30 minutes or now 10 minutes. And I've bought an SD card. I've been resetting, deleting the cache, whatnot, changing the FPS, and it keeps messing up. So it's a process. We're going to work with it. So I'm sorry that it cut out. So yeah, my kids are going to be tall. The the podiatrist that my oldest went to said that it was too tight shoes and that it was just because she was growing so fast. But the other guy, the new guy that we're visiting, he says yes, that can be a cause, but since it's also hereditary, which I should look this up, but my husband and I both have a history of ingrown toenails along with my family and his family, so it kind of makes sense that she would have ingrowns as well. So the best case is to just remove the matrix so she doesn't have to deal with it, and to keep up on making sure that her shoes aren't squeezing her. So which is what we've been trying to do whenever she complains of her feet. We check to see if the shoes are too tight, and sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. So sorry about that. That was a long-winded discussion. So I didn't realize that my phone cut out and I was about to place the ABs until I looked up and went, oh. So it's a good thing I haven't done it. So yay, you get to see the ABs. And I really do like how they sparkle, like I said before. And what I want to do eventually is to be able to buy some custom ABs and to kind of pick apart around here and start decorating it. But that is something that's going to probably have to happen in the future, because I've already asked my husband way too much already. He is going to get me a new desk, which is very kind of him, and I am excited for that. But I can also use this table because when I push up on against it, it doesn't creak, it doesn't move, which is great, but I have to constantly take everything down and put it back over there where the creaky table is. And eventually I want to start making this house feel more like a house. We have storage bins kind of all over this dining room area, and I want to get bookshelves, and we have a Lowe's gift card, so I've been looking to see about buying bookshelves with that, and that way we can finally put up all the kids. What I have is, it's just kids crafts. We got games, we got Legos, we got my crafting materials. I have a storage container system near the front door where it's just all my yarn. And then it's just like everything's kind of scattered every inch of this house. So I kind of want to keep it all in one place now. So that way I know what I have. Sorry, I didn't realize I even had that open. I forgot all about that. So hopefully I'll get to that. And I asked him for a diamond painting earlier this week, and when I say ask, I feel guilty, and he tells me don't, because he goes, it's my money too, but I'm always feeling guilty. But it's, I go, hey, I really want this diamond painting. Is it okay if I can get it? And he said, yeah, sure. And I wasn't planning on doing anything with it until after this. In fact, it was more of I want to buy it before it gets sold out, and then I have to wait for pre-order and wait longer for that. So I wanted to get it now because it's going to go perfect in my youngest daughter's room. So I was like, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to set this up, it's going to be, further down the road. I got a bunch of stuff I'm going to do, and I've mentioned it. I know I only have like 3 videos, but I've mentioned it that I'm a one and only project kind of person. I have one cross stitch project, I have one crochet project, and I have one diamond art project. And that's pretty how I work. But um, the day after I ordered this diamond painting, Miss Crochet and Coffee and Rachel Ray made an announcement on Instagram of supporting Pride Month that they are doing, you know, a diamond painting along. And I was like, oh my gosh, because my diamond painting is Rainbow Little Dragon Z, and they said that everyone can participate. Just post your pictures, and of it has to be rainbow theme and everything. And my diamond painting fits that perfectly since it's just rainbows galore. So I'm gonna. I got the box today. Actually, I actually got my diamond painting today, and I want to do an unboxing on it, and hopefully I can make a better unboxing video compared to the one I made just recently this week, because I know that was horrible. I need a better arm. This thing, it's great, but it doesn't have that reach, and when I start trying to push it further up, it falls over on its face, and it's like that doesn't do what I need. So my husband has an arm that clamps on the table, but if I'm going to do that, I'm not going to do it on this table because I am not scratching the heck out of this table. This is brand new. We've never had a brand new dining table before, and I'm very cautious about what I'm doing with it. So I want to do an unboxing on that, and I want to kind of get this row finished. I'm almost done. I have 2 more little squares here, and I want to get that done. I've kept an baby in here. Come here. So I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do that. I want to do a kitting up video, but I'm not sure if I should do that or not. I'm still debating it. And sorry, I started blanking out here. I want to do a kitting up video, but I'm not sure if I want to do that because it's not any kind of interesting system. My system is really basically follow the legend. I follow the legend, I pull out the symbols that I need, and then I just place them on the side, and I just take them out when I need them, and that's pretty much how it goes. And I don't know what I'm going to eventually do with this. I kind of want to put this either in my room, because my room's purple and this fits the theme perfectly, or I want to put this in my well, it's not mine, it's my husband and mine's computer room, but it doesn't really match it because both that room and this room are kind of, I wouldn't say bright orange, it's like a muted type orange. I picked like very fall like colors for downstairs, and it doesn't fit that theme at all. So it may go into my room. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this because I've never really done having 2 projects at once, and I don't think I have the room for it, to be honest. So what might happen is I might just slide this somewhere and hide it while I work on Rainbow Little Dragon Z, and then once I'm done with that, pull this back out, because I don't think I can work twice with 2 different things. And my schedule is, I wouldn't say busy because I'm a stay-at-home mom, but with the kids home full-time for 2 months, and then I play WoW, and WoW just announced that patch 9.1 is coming out on June 29th, and raids like July 9th. I'm going to be kind of busy reading and doing Mythic Plus, and it's I got a lot to do. Oh my goodness. And then also, my kids have summer homework, so I have to work with them on their school homework. And we have to find time to go to the library because some of them actually I need to check out some books. And I found out that library cards expire after 2 years. So my oldest, her library card is expired and we gotta go renew it. And my husband has to go and renew his. Mine expired, I want to say a few weeks ago. I didn't go in person to get my library card because we've been just using my husband to check out books all the time for the kids. But then I wanted to start reading books during the whole pandemic, and I needed a library card, so I filed for an e-library card. Well, that got expired, and now I have to actually go in person because they want to see residency and proof that you live here and whatnot. So that's going to be fun, and I am not 100% on board with that. Also, I'm going to be, one of the other things I'm going to be doing is I have to pull out all my fabrics out and redesign my mask making for the kids for next year, so that way they don't complain about how it's being too tight on their nose. I try to make masks for my kids so that way that they'll like wearing their mask and not complain about it too much, but that didn't work out too well right at the end of the year. They've been complaining because right at the end they were the only ones wearing masks while everyone else wasn't. The parents signed a waiver saying that they wouldn't sue the school and blah blah blah, and then their kids were allowed to have their mask off. And so I refused to sign the waiver. I said no, my kids will still be wearing masks because they're not vaccinated. I'm not gonna risk it, although it would have been nice if the other kids, wouldn't wear their mask too, but you can't force that. So my kids, they're still wearing their mask. They're glad that they're now at home, so they don't have to wear it full time, which I can completely understand. So I'm trying to redesign how the mask fits so that way it's still going to protect them, but yet be comfortable and not bothering them. So that's something I got to do too this summer. One of the things also is with WOW, I signed up for some extra duties. And so I'm going to be trying to help out with my guild, and I think I put too much on my plate, and I know that I'm going to have to bite something down, and sleep might be the thing that I'm sacrificing. Shame on me. I sacrifice sleep way too much for everything else. Gosh darn it, I keep dropping. I'm sure this is frustrating you guys. So one of the things I'm planning on, goodness gracious, one of the things I'm planning on doing is, what was it? Oh, one of the things I was planning on doing was I'm going to be taking the kids outside in the mornings, so before it gets really, really hot. Because it goes in the 90s, sometimes 100s, especially in July. It's always like 99, or it's 90 but feels like 100. And I'm not about that life. I can't survive summer. Excuse me. What happens is I like to stay inside, but I know the kids need outside. So what I'm going to do is have my husband and I wake up early in the morning. Well, not too early, but early enough where the sun's not a laser and a deadly laser, and it's just like take them to go scooting, play on their ripstick, go to the playground, get all of their energy out, come home, chill a little bit, do their summer homework, and then I get to do this or do whatever I need to do, and then like try and take them outside during the evening and let them play around in the backyard, because we don't have much of a backyard at all. But we have bubble solution. I have chalk. I have some hula hoops that they can play with. So hopefully something to keep them entertained during the summer months, at least. And then of course, I have stuff that they can do with their craft. I have little crafting things that they can do at home here and there, so that way they can enjoy themselves. Excuse me. Another thing I want to be doing is try and finish decorating out their rooms. We've been fortunate in being able to paint the house recently. We've been living with this house for 7 years, and for 7 years we did not have this house painted. It was stark white walls everywhere, and by the time we decided to paint, we're like, color on everything. So every wall except the washing room area, the closets, and those except those things are all painted. And I have like bright colors for the kids' rooms. They all got to pick what color they want. I didn't care if it wasn't great for the resale value, because in my mind, we either paint over it back to beige or boring white, or when we do sell them, the homeowners can do it themselves, So the kids got to pick their colors. My oldest, all of them picked their favorite color. So my oldest, she has like this really cool blue color. My son has red. My youngest daughter, she has bright pink. And one of my goals this summer is to try and decorate their rooms in themes, because I did get to buy them new bed sheets too, to kind of match with their rooms, and curtains. And right now I am thanking whoever for these curtains, because it's hot. It is hot. So normally during the summer, their rooms are roasting by the time we wake up in the morning, even with the AC on. Now with these room darkening curtains that I've put in, the main reason why I bought them was so that way they would sleep a little longer in the morning, and or in the evening, because with my twins, the sun sets where their windows are, so they can't sleep in the evening when it's time for school, when it's school time. And in the my oldest, the sun rises in her room, so she wakes up really early and gets upset. So these room darkening curtains are just wonderful. They keep their rooms cool, and it also keeps the rooms really dark. But we also wanted to make themed rooms, so I want it to be really cool. And my oldest we were talking about, her favorite thing is not rainbows. Her favorite thing is mermaids. So I have like a mermaid diamond painting I've bought and I'm waiting on. My youngest daughter, she's all about the princesses, the rainbows, the unicorns. If it's girly, she wants it. And then my son, he's a little bit harder to get for. He has, for the longest time, he had an obsession with the alphabet and numbers. It was constantly like any book, it had to be ABCs or 1, 2, 3s. We couldn't get him into anything. And he's now finally changing his interests. He was into space and dinosaurs and robots, but that wasn't what he wanted. But now he's been changing his obsession slightly. So what's going to happen is we're doing he's gotten into flags. He loves to learn about the flags around the world, about the countries. So I found a cross stitching thing that I'm going to do in the future, and it's basically a cross stitching of the entire world, and it has each of its country's flags in it. So I'm going to be doing that for him because he will love it. It will blow his mind. So, but I figured besides that, his room will be probably dinosaur space theme, even though his room's red, because that's what he likes. That's what he likes most, in along with countries and stuff. But he has a bunch of dinosaurs in his room. He has like space stuff everywhere, and he keeps his main thing, if it's not countries and flags, his main thing he always talks about is black holes. Like, is a black hole going to come here and swallow us up? No. How are black holes made? Well, they're made like this, and we look it up on Google and explain as much as you can to a 6-year-old. He's very inquisitive, and that's a good thing. But man, it drains your energy. So we've been dealing with that, and then let's see what else. I don't know if I'm pretty sure there's a lot more stuff that I've been planning on doing this summer, and I know I've bit off more than I can chew. But I think that, oh no, I think I hear them starting to come downstairs. So I'm actually going to cut it here. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!